Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know the NBA ratings has been down for some time now. There's been a lot of controversy in terms of the game of basketball, the NBA game of basketball, in terms of, the rules and the game being soft, guys shooting too many three-pointers, not enough defense. The ratings during the NBA All-Star game for this season, for this year, was absolutely horrible. And now Larry Bird has spoken out. Larry Bird says that fans don't like to watch pro basketball anymore. And he says, I don't either. And this came from the Larry Bird, who once explained why the game's limited appeal keeps rising. So Larry Bird has given his take on, the culprit and why the ratings are down and why the game of basketball, particularly NBA basketball, is not thriving the way that it used to. Before I get into the story, I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers and followers. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the best sports fans in the world. If you're new to the channel, if you enjoy my video, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe and follow me moving forward because I do make good videos. And I want to welcome you to the Mr. Magic Buffett Coleman family. NBA legend, Larry Legend, reflects on why the modern game lacks the emotional pull of past eras and why fans no longer tune in to NBA basketball. The NBA is approaching a new era, y'all. Last summer, the league inked a massive $76 billion media rights deal. Wow, that's a lot of money, y'all. I'm going to repeat that. $76 billion is what they recently secured. And it secured its broadcast future well into the next decade. For those of y'all that don't know, that's 10 years. On paper, it's a monumental win for the NBA. But beneath the surface, something isn't clicking, y'all. Viewership is down. Some blame it on the lack of rivalries. Y'all remember back in the day, you had the Boston Celtics and the Lakers rivalry. You had the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers rivalry. You had the Detroit Pistons and Chicago Bulls rivalry. You can just go on and on and on. And now, you don't have those rivalries anymore. Others on the game being more offensive than defensive. So it's more offense than defense, jacking up those threes. And some on how it is just being played. And Bird's concern was, the game's appeal. The raw emotional pull that once glued fans to their seats seemed to be eroding, according to Bird. And he isn't shy about saying why. He says, I can see why the fans don't like to watch pro basketball, Bird. He said, I don't either. It's not exciting. It's not just nostalgia talking. Bird helped build the NBA into a global powerhouse. In fact, he and Larry Bird helped save the NBA in the late 70s. NBA was struggling, y'all. In his rivalry with Magic Johnson in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, it transformed the league, right? From a struggling league into a global league. These two superstars were box office. Their rivalry started in the 1979 NCAA championship, the most watched college basketball game in history. Did y'all hear that? Bird's Indiana State against Johnson's Michigan State. The latter took the win. So Magic got the win on Bird then. But the real story was just beginning. They turned the league into a must-watch TV when they hit the NBA. They faced off in 3 finals during the 80s when Johnson's Lakers went in 2, right? The Lakers won with Magic back in 1985, 1987, and Bird grabbed one of those chips in 1984. Every matchup felt personal. Their rivalry saved the NBA, y'all, from a slump and made it global. By the time Michael Jordan entered the scene, they had already laid the foundation for MJ to catapult the league into what it has become. But it's not the same, though. The NBA's financial health has never been stronger. The $76 billion media deal, the richest in league history, reflects how valuable the product is in the modern sports market. But the numbers tell a complicated story. TV ratings for regular seasons have been sliding for years. The 2024 NBA Finals averaged just 11.31 million viewers, a modest bump from the 2023 Finals at 11.64 million views. The 2020 Finals got the lowest ever at 7.45 million viewers. This is far from the league's golden years. The 1988 finals featuring Jordan Bulls, it averaged over 29 million viewers. Even LeBron James' first final appearance with the Miami Heat in 2011 drew over 17 million. That shows you the cachet of Michael Jordan. 29 million, y'all. Still, no one still have superseded that. Bird's criticism hits at the core of the issue. The NBA has become a polished, high-scoring spectacle, but the edge, drama, and unpredictability that defined his era has been watered down. Load management, inflated scoring, a heavy reliance on three-point shooting have made the games feel more like exhibitions than battles. Today, that magic feels absent, and Bird isn't the only one noticing. The Boston icon era was defined by rivalries. Johnson was his longtime rival, and he recently called out the league for a lack of rivalry to blame for the drop in viewership. Magic and Bird rivalry hit a fever pitch in the 1984 finals. It was Magic versus Bird, y'all. That's all you could hear. It was a 7-game slugfest that averaged over 12 million viewers per game. Bird and Johnson made the NBA personal. Fans picked sides. You either roll with Boston's blue collar or you roll with LA's Hollywood flair. Today's struggle to recreate the dynamic. Stars change teams too frequently. They change teams like I change underwear, y'all. Super teams form and they dissolve overnight, and rivalries lack the personal stakes that the past legends embodied. The NBA, I say, should go back to old. The NBA should go back to where you can hand check. The NBA needs to go back to these players need to work on the mid-range game, that mid-range shot, the post-up moves, more post moves, the bumping and the grinding and the all in the middle. Sweep moving that chair underneath the guy that's posting up. You don't see any of those things anymore. You just don't see it. You don't see the feistiness. You don't see, I just think it's too soft. That's my opinion, y'all. I just think the NBA game is too soft, too many threes. We can thank Steph Curry for that, although he's revolutionized the game, and I appreciate Steph. I love Steph, great player, but everybody else think they can shoot threes like that too. And it has truly changed the dynamics of the game. These guys with this load management taking off. People were saving up their money to go see their favorite star. They're going to show up at the arena. They're not playing that night because they have a sore thigh or a sore knee and just load management. So it's killed the NBA, y'all. I certainly, subscribe to those notions that Larry Bird, alluded to. I feel the exact same way. The game, was better. I love basketball. Y'all know that. But the game was better in the 80s and 90s. It just was. It just was more exciting. I'm just speaking from a person that, have, experienced the game in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and up to now. I can verify, how the league has changed and was it better the way it was formatted? I certainly think it was. When they made the game softer, where you couldn't hand check, you can't bump guys, that just gave guys an easier way to score, and it just not as much competition. It's not as much, the competition was diminished in doing that. And so that's why you have these high-scoring games with no defense. But those are my thoughts. Y'all sharing what you think, and let me know what you think in the comments. I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If so, make sure that you like, subscribe, follow me moving forward, okay? Y'all have an awesome day. Make sure you take care of yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. Till next time.